and welcome back to Crypto Saving Experts, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the markets so that we all know exactly what is happening. My name is Jess and we do these videos every single day, so make sure if you are new to the channel, you like, subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Today we are doing a pre-recorded video. Typically these are live streams, but because of a few Wi-Fi issues we've had this morning, we are going to record this video and post it to you so you can stay up to date with what's going on in crypto right now. So at the time of filming here, we have Bitcoin at $30,333, down around 1% in the last 24 hours, and Ethereum is looking similar, down around 1% to 1,862. We will be analysing the price of Bitcoin at the end of today's video, so if you want to stay up to date on that, make sure to stay tuned until the very end. But first of all, let's take a look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency news. First of all, the Fear and Greed Index is sat at 62. That is up since yesterday, since last week and since last month, but that is expected to be seen following a nice move to the upside with that bullish news of that BlackRock ETF application. Talking of ETF applications, we have seen rumours that Fidelity are going to file for their spot Bitcoin ETF this week. So, as reported by Crypto Saving Expert here, you can see that Fidelity Investments could apply for a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund with the US SEC Commission this week. And rumours of Fidelity filing for the ETF have been circulating since BlackRock made a similar move on the 15th of June. Now, what we've seen here is BlackRock, the biggest asset manager in the world, have filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And as well as that bringing in a huge amount of adoption for the cryptocurrency space from retail investors and institutions want to invest in that ETF, it also makes other institutions want to get involved in this space as well. So we've seen BlackRock make that move and other institutions panic and try and catch up and make similar moves. So that's making really big progress for the cryptocurrency industry. Obviously, we are still aware that these applications have not yet been accepted by the SEC. That is something we are waiting to see about, but right now things are looking very, very positive, and in my opinion, there is a high probability there that BlackRock's ETF will be accepted, but we do need to keep an eye out on that. On the same matter, we need to see this thread here, which has been written by, let's pull this up, this is a very long thread here from Craig Som, who is the Chief Legal Officer at Grayscale. Now, we all know that Grayscale have been applying for spot Bitcoin ETFs for years. Recently, they have sued the SEC saying, you're not making it clear as to why you're rejecting our applications, or you are making it clear, but the reasons you are giving just aren't good enough. But so they have commented on BlackRock's filing for an ETF, and they've said, look, every spot Bitcoin ETF is fairly similar. When companies are making these applications to the SEC, they're not really changing too much, because why do you need to change it if it does the job? I mean, it hasn't clearly done the job. 33 applications for spot Bitcoin ETFs have been given to the SEC, and the SEC has denied them all. However, BlackRock does have some unique points in it, and that has been highlighted by this guy from Grayscale here today. So let's take a look at this. There are some similarities in this application from BlackRock and from Grayscale, but there is a unique feature of BlackRock's proposed spot Bitcoin ETF, which is a surveillance sharing agreement between NASDAQ, where the ETF would trade, and a large unnamed US spot Bitcoin market, which is widely assumed to be Coinbase. So the exchange is also proposing take additional steps to those described above to supplement its ability to obtain information that would be helpful in detecting, investigating, and deterring fraud and market manipulation in the commodity-based trust shares. So the exchange is expecting to enter into a surveillance sharing agreement with an operator of a United States-based spot trading platform for Bitcoin, and trading of Bitcoin on the US BTC spot market platform represents a substantial portion of US-based Bitcoin trading, and the spot Bitcoin SSA is expected to be bilateral. So what we're saying here is they've got that extra edge that other spot Bitcoin applicators have not managed to provide there. And what we are saying here, as well as this, is we're looking at this right now, and a lot of people are saying, Yeah, people are saying that BlackRock have spelled a Bitcoin ETF, but how do we know they're going to be accepted? Now, there is a common thought here that BlackRock have looked at what's going on in the industry. They're saying that Grayscale is suing the SEC for not giving enough reasons as to why they're rejecting them. And they're saying maybe BlackRock can see the SEC aren't going to win that battle. So if the SEC don't win that battle against Grayscale, we could then see that application being accepted, and BlackRock want to be at the front of the line to be the next one to win, to get involved in that opportunity. Now, we have also seen within this thread here, if we scroll right to the bottom, I will link to this thread in today's description in today's video if you want to learn more about this. We are saying here, we're expecting a decision in Grayscale's lawsuits against the SEC by fall of 2023. So what this means here is we could see an update on all of this spot Bitcoin ETF news in September this year. So that is fast approaching, and this is going to change the way the cryptocurrency industry operates. Well, if a spot Bitcoin ETF gets accepted, first of all, many institutions will be creating these ETFs and having to buy a huge amount of Bitcoin in order to back those ETFs. And second of all, traditional investors will try and get into the cryptocurrency space. Spot Bitcoin ETFs match the price of Bitcoin. And when that happens, people in traditional markets can get involved and get exposure to Bitcoin without having to go out and sign up to a cryptocurrency exchange, learn about how it works and buy Bitcoin and then try and move it into a self-custody wallet. That all just seems a little bit too complex for somebody that wants to get a little bit of exposure to the cryptocurrency industry. So having these ETFs can massively help with that. And maybe even people will get involved in these ETFs, get exposure to the cryptocurrency industry, decide to do a little bit more research, and then eventually move over to self-custody. But it just bridges that gap there. So it's a really positive thing to see in the markets right now, and something I'm really keen to see evolve in the next couple of months. Let's continue with the next piece of news here today. So we are still talking about Grayscale here. Grayscale have the Bitcoin trust that they're trying to transfer into an ETF, and they also have a trust for XLM, and this is called GXLM, and this has been trading at a 200% premium relative to the underlying asset. So I'm not sure how many fans we have of Stellar Lumens here on the channel, but let me know in the comments below if you are an investor in XLM here. Grayscale have a trust which holds XLM tokens, and that XLM token has seen a massive rise of 150% in a single day. Now you can see here on this chart, this green line at the bottom is the price of XLM and its fluctuations within the last couple of days. And what you can see here is the fluctuations in the price of GXLM, the stock market value of the stock which holds XLM tokens. That's a massive shift there. This is very similar to Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, but it just is for XLM instead. So if you are interested in that, make sure to go to cryptosavingexpert.com and check out the latest cryptocurrency news. Before we continue today's video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss the latest cryptocurrency news. We do a live stream here on the channel every single weekday. Just because of some Wi-Fi issues, we've transitioned over to uploading a pre-recorded video today, but we'll be back to live streams in no time, I'm pretty sure. Fingers crossed. Let's see what else is going on here. Before we forget, we should talk about the Crypto Saving Expert website a little bit more. This website offers everybody free education about cryptocurrency, your one-stop crypto shop. You can learn about what's going on in the news. You can learn from all of these different guides. We've got guides about different centralized and decentralized exchanges here. We've got information on how to get involved in trading. If you're new to trading and you want to learn more about how to trade and the tools you can use to trade, make sure to check out the Crypto Saving Expert. We also have information on software wallets and hardware wallets, on tax, on the different cryptocurrency cards, and how to stay safe online when using cryptocurrency. And that is incredibly important, especially when we are using self-custody wallets. We need to be incredibly careful because we are in control of our own funds. Continuing on there, we have free cryptocurrency courses. If you go to cryptosavingexpert.com and you press this big blue button and create an account here and tick that box there, you get access to our newsletter every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. BST time, and you get access to all of the courses on the website completely for free. These are very useful courses. If you go to Crypto 101, you can see we've got about 10 different courses that range from about 15 to 30 minutes long, and you can learn everything you need to know about the space as a beginner. Some of the courses I would recommend in this section is the How to Spot Altcoin Gems course, the Altcoins course, and the Tokenomics course. If you're looking to get involved in the altcoin space, they're the three I would go for. We also have obviously up-to-date market data telling you the prices of all the different cryptocurrencies, and we have an encyclopedia there as well, which just describes every single term that you could possibly think of in the world of cryptocurrency. There's about 500 words in that encyclopedia, and every single one of them has a short clip of me explaining that word. I mean, that took me absolutely weeks and weeks and weeks, so if you wouldn't mind checking out the website, we would all greatly appreciate it. The team have been working incredibly hard here on the website to give you all of the content you need. But let's continue with today's cryptocurrency news, and then we will talk about what's new to come to the website. We've got some exciting updates on the way, and I want to share them with you today in today's video. But let's continue with the news first of all. So we have USDC issuer Circle eyes Hong Kong as crypto rules come into effect. Now, we can all see within the last couple of weeks, there's been a massive shift of cryptocurrency companies into Hong Kong. Hong Kong said they want to become a cryptocurrency hotspot, and they've done everything in their power to do so. We have seen cryptocurrency companies move into the region. We've seen the regulators push the banks to work with these companies, and we've seen it be a massive success. They continue to attract new companies into the space. The regulators have said we're going to regulate the industry, but we're going to provide clarity. It's going to be transparent. It may not be lenient, but it will be fair, and it will allow cryptocurrency companies to grow. So they've made massive steps forwards in the cryptocurrency industry. And as I keep saying, the first mover advantage is really important. Hong Kong have made massive steps forwards to position themselves in a place where the cryptocurrency industry can grow there in the region. So we are seeing what has been anticipated for a while, and we've all been saying for a while Asia could lead the next bull market, and Hong Kong have positioned themselves perfectly for that. So we're keeping a close eye on there and seeing what else is going on in the region. I mean, they said they wanted to become a cryptocurrency hotspot, and within a matter of months they've made that a success. So very impressive work there. Let's continue with today's news though. We also have Bitcoin miners send a record $128 million to crypto exchanges. Now, typically, if we do see tokens getting transferred to crypto exchanges, it is a sign that we could be seeing them dump them into the markets and seeing some selling pressure, unfortunately. Now, since Bitcoin has reached above that $30,000 level, we have seen a record of $128 million in Bitcoin sent to exchanges from miners. Now, we all know that miners have had a tough time in the last couple of months. The price of Bitcoin absolutely dumped from around $70,000 to around that $16,000 level, $16,500. And because of that, mining companies really struggled. You have to realize that mining companies are paying for the hardware. They're paying the upkeeping costs to make sure everything's running correctly. They're paying to cool down their computers. They have constant fans on all of the time. On top of that, they're paying electricity costs, and electricity prices have been rising massively. So they have all of these outgoing payments, and the only incoming payment they have is the Bitcoin if they manage to mine a block. So they need to sell that Bitcoin in order to cover those outgoing fees. Now, that's really difficult when the price of Bitcoin is dropping so significantly. The amount of income they're getting and creating in a bear market just goes down and down and down. We did see many mining companies struggle in the bear market and actually file for bankruptcy because they could not continue to operate in the circumstances that Bitcoin was below $20,000. But now, since then, things have been on the up. Bitcoin has moved to the upside. All of these mining companies that have managed to take over during those difficult times are sat on some Bitcoin, and they want to relieve some of that pressure from themselves, take some profits, and start selling some of that Bitcoin, because there's no certainty in which way Bitcoin is going to move right now. So seeing Bitcoin above $30,000 is probably a big sigh of relief for these companies, and they want to take some, get some cash out of those holdings so that they can support themselves for the next couple of months when we are ahead of some uncertainty. So that's what's happening here. We are unfortunately seeing a little bit of a move to the downside, or a potential move to the downside. We are seeing these miners preparing to sell their tokens. Whether they have or not yet, we will not know, because exchanges lack that transparency there. But this is an indicator that they are selling some of their Bitcoin and taking some profits there. But let's continue with today's news and see what else is going on. So Bitcoin Cash isn't slowing down and eyes pre-lunar crash levels above $300. Now, Bitcoin Cash has been absolutely soaring here. You can see on this price chart here, and this is following it being launched on the exchange backed by Wall Street giants. So a new cryptocurrency exchange has launched within the last couple of days, and that exchange lists Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Litecoin. And big Wall Street giants have been investing in that exchange, and that has caused a massive push for Bitcoin Cash as an asset. You can see on that chart, it has climbed massively. It was trading at around $110, and now it's trading up at $230. It's had a high of $240. Big success there for those Bitcoin Cash accumulators during the bear market. It's very nice to see some investors' profits being created, especially after the turbulence of 2022. Let's continue with today's stream. Video, and see what else is going on here. We have FTX debtors recoup $7 billion in liquid assets and seek $1.7 billion in additional recoveries. So question here that I have for you guys today is, we are seeing FTX manage to recoup quite a significant amount of liquid assets here, and we have seen this for the last couple of months. We have also seen a new CEO step in, and he said he's not ruling out the question of FTX relaunching as a cryptocurrency exchange. Now, this is actually something that Martini guy predicted this on this channel months and months and months ago. When FTX first collapsed, we were doing these live streams, and we had that Martini guy on as a guest, and he said FTX could relaunch as an exchange. That's what I expect to see. And since then, it's looking like it's more and more likely. Now, we did say at the time it would probably need a rebrand. It would probably need to have a lot more transparency. But FTX has all the infrastructure there to be a cryptocurrency exchange. The problems that occurred in FTX weren't due to the platform, it was due to the people operating it. So if we clear out all of those people and we start fresh with a whole new team, we have a brand relaunch, we change the name, who's to say this exchange can't be very successful? So let me know in the comments below, would you use FTX if it relaunched and it had a little bit of a rebranding and it was a lot more transparent? Let me know what you think about that, because it's a very interesting topic. I think a lot of people have been burnt from FTX, so would just stay away, just in case anything were to go wrong again. You'd feel like an idiot if something went wrong again with the new launch, but who knows? It'll be interesting to see if they do launch as an exchange though. Let's continue with today's news. We are then going to talk about the upgrades coming to cryptosavingexpert.com, and then we will be taking a look at the price of Bitcoin there. First of all, we have some news here that crypto exchange KuCoin is introducing mandatory KYC for all users. That's come in this morning, so that's interesting news there. It might cause some outflows from that exchange. We have also seen MicroStrategy acquire another 19,452 Bitcoin worth $1.026 billion. So massive amount of accumulation there. We have seen this chart from Crypto State. We did do a live stream covering this article a couple of days ago. All of these green dots here are when MicroStrategy accumulated some Bitcoin. So you can see they are accumulating again at this point here. They did accumulate through the entirety of the bull market and the bear market, dollar cost averaging in all of the way and just hodling on for the long term. They did recently just tick bullish as Bitcoin crossed that $30,000 level. Prior to today's purchase or announcement of purchase, they were averaging at around $29,803 per coin. It will be slightly higher now they've made that accumulation at a higher point. However, we're still looking at around the $30,000 range. So if Bitcoin trades above that, they're in significant profit there because of the size of their holdings. So really exciting news there that MicroStrategy is still accumulating through these times. Now let's move on to what's coming to cryptosavingexpert.com. So if you are new to the channel and you've not seen any of these videos before, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. Make sure to go over to our Twitter at CryptoSavingX. Make sure to go over to our Instagram and our TikTok at Crypto Saving Expert. And make sure to go to the website cryptosavingexpert.com, the best cryptocurrency website out there. We are we have hit 8,000 registered users, meaning 8,000 of you guys have gone over to cryptosavingexpert.com, pressed that big blue button, created an account, and pressed sign up and got access to all of this information completely for free. If you are not already taking advantage of this, I would definitely recommend you do so. Everything on there is free. You can learn about cryptocurrency for free, and this is an industry where we're at a point in time now where this is the time to learn. This is the time to knuckle down and learn. So what are we bringing to the website? We have new courses and a new course platform update very soon, which is looking very good. And we have over 300,000 monthly visitors. So 300,000 of you are going onto the website, reading the latest cryptocurrency news, checking out the prices of your favorite altcoins. And we've got so much more coming to the website here. We are improving SEO very heavily. And we are also having Google News integration. So when you search something on Google and you press that news tab, Crypto Saving Expert articles should be coming up there fairly soon. And we have an app launch coming soon. That's the big one there. So the designers and the developers have been working very, very hard to pull that together. There's still a lot of work to go, but we are on our way there. I mean, everybody in the team is working incredibly hard to provide this free cryptocurrency website out there for you all to educate yourselves on the industry, because at the end of the day, we all want the industry to grow and we want to be a part of that. Now, to finish off today's stream, let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin here. We are just going to look at the monthly chart here quickly. You can see if we take a look at what's happened in previous bull markets here. On the January 2016, after we'd seen the low of the 2014 bear market, the MACD ticked bullish. We saw this bar chart go from red to green, and at that point, the bottom was in for the bear market, and we were going to see a nice move to the upside. Now, if we take a look at what happened the next time this MACD ticked green, you can see this was in June 2019. This was following the 2018 bear market, and when this ticked, the bottom was in for the bear market, and we were about to begin the bull market rally, given we did have that COVID-19 pandemic that caused a little bit of a fluctuation there, but the bottom was in and the bull market rally was beginning. If we take a look at what's happening now in terms of the MACD, you can see it looks like we are about to tick bullish momentum here pretty soon. If it's not next month, it could be the month after. And that is signaling to me that the bottom could be in and we could be beginning that bull market rally. I mean, this is a bigger time frame here, and the bigger time frames are more reliable. So seeing this massive change in momentum here is a very positive thing for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency industry as well, because when that bull market starts for Bitcoin, it triggers a bull market for the entire cryptocurrency industry. And we all know as well, we have the Bitcoin halving happening, and it's predicted to be around April next year. So we do have the excitement of that approaching as well as the spot Bitcoin ETF. There's a lot of things to be excited for in cryptocurrency at the moment. It's a very nice space to be in right now. If we take a look at the 4-hour chart here, we are struggling to break through that $31,000 level. We haven't yet seen a daily candle close above that point, and that is really what I'm waiting to see here. If we get rid of this MACD, so you can see this a little bit clearer, let's zoom in to this time frame here. You can see that I'm looking here on this chart at the level between $30,607 and $31,000 there. That's the level of resistance that we used back in April this year, and we have not been able to break through that yet. I want to see a daily candle close above that level of resistance, and then I'll start feeling bullish again. But right now, we are being rejected from that point. So I'm expecting some sideways action, and if not, some retests of previous levels of resistance, which will hopefully act as a support here. Significantly, I'm looking at the $28,500 level, because this has acted as a resistance back in March, April, and again in May here this year as well. So I'm keeping a close eye on that today. But that is all we have for today's video. So thank you very much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. And I will see you all back here tomorrow. Fingers crossed with a live stream. I will see you all then. Goodbye.